Hello everybody, it's UniversalGiant, and today we're going to be starting a brand new playthrough. One of the best 3D Sonic games to date because the gameplay, including those that do not include Sonic's speed levels, are actually good, the controls are actually decent, and the storyline is actually compelling, with plots, twists, character development, good versus evil, 6 different characters, including 2 characters that make their debut in this game, Shadow the Hedgehog and Rouge the Bat. Of course, I can only be talking about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the Nintendo GameCube. Starting right now! First things first, we go to the title screen, and we see the 6 different characters. This game is split into 2 sides, a hero side and a dark side, each containing 3 different characters. Pairs of each are rivals: Sonic and Shadow, speed characters; Tails and Eggman, mechanical walker characters; Knuckles and Rouge are treasure hunters. What we're going to be doing a little bit differently in this playthrough than what you may be used to is, instead of going through the entire hero storyline and then the entire dark storyline, we're going to try to jumble them together and see how the 2 stories fit. Which means I'm going to be taking bits and pieces from each side and trying to mash them together in an order that's actually chronological. It'll make much more sense when we get it going, trust me. So, our story begins with Dr. Eggman breaking into a top-secret government facility in search of a top-secret weapon so he can take over the world. What else is new in the world of Sonic? So there he is. The first time Dr. Robotnik is actually referred to as Dr. Eggman in any Sonic game. I'll always remember him as Dr. Robotnik. I don't care what they call him. So anyway, the top secret weapon that he's in search of was actually made by his grandfather when he was doing military research. First things first, let's get into the controls. We use the joystick to move around, we use the A button to jump, and the B is the standard attack. That's true for all of the characters. What the walker can do differently than the others: if you hold down the B button, it will let out a laser sight. And if you let go of the B button after you've locked onto enemies, a laser will destroy all the enemies you locked on. You will be doing that a lot in this game. The gimmick of this level is that there are a bunch of locked doors where you have to lock onto the red parts and blow them up in order to get through. What's unique about the Walker characters, Eggman and Tails, is that their life is actually dependent on a health meter rather than the typical ring system in Sonic games, which we will get to after this level. If Eggman takes a hit, the little blue bar at the bottom will go down, and he will be able to take fewer hits before dying. You can recover health by gathering rings. I don't know the number you need to actually get some health back, but I do know that it's more help if you find one of those bubbles that contains what looks like a first aid kit. That'll restore all of your health. And also I think passing through checkpoints will give you back some health because those give you rings. Of course, this being the first level in the Dark Side story, it's pretty easy and pretty prototypical of what you're going to get in these sort of levels. For the most part, you're just running around shooting stuff. It's a nice break from the other kinds of levels that you'll see, the treasure hunting and the speed. Also, you'll notice, aside from your ring count at the top and your time, there is also a score. You up your score by defeating enemies and getting certain items. And if you want to maximize the bonus that you get at the end, you want to finish the level as quickly as you can and hold on to as many rings as you can, because the level doesn't end until you cross the goal ring. And when you do, you will get a special bonus for things. Also, if you lock onto multiple enemies at once, you will get a bonus, like the Radical bonus, for 600 points. The maximum bonus you can get is actually 2,000 points, and you get it by locking onto either 11 or 12 enemies at once. So if you want to maximize your score, you want to lock onto as many enemies at once as you possibly can. And I apologize if this is a little bit of a sort of tutorial video. It's going to get more interesting after this, at least the commentary will. And I should probably point out that this is the first playthrough I'm doing where the commentary is not live. This is in fact post-commentary because I couldn't get my voice recording to work when I was recording this. And quite frankly, I'm at school, I do not have a GameCube or a Wii at school, so I'm doing the commentary here at school, having played this already. So if you want to give me advice or you want to tell me some cool stuff that I'm probably going to miss some certain levels, I can't go back to get it, I'm sorry. But it's going to let me do a bunch of video editing, which will save you some of these weird scenes, loading screens, all that stuff. If you beat a mission for the first time, you get an emblem. Every level has 5 missions. If you beat all 5 missions, and you get all of the emblems in the game, you get a really special prize that is definitely worth getting, that I've never actually gotten. I think my main file is actually 8 emblems short. But it's definitely worth getting, and one of these days I'm going to unlock it for myself. So Eggman's finally broken into the base. He's located the secret weapon, but it looks suspiciously small. It's like a little black ball. So his password is Maria. Something tells me that name's going to come up again later. What Eggman just stuck into the console was a Chaos Emerald. Chaos Emeralds in Sonic games are the biggest source of energy on the planet. There are 7 of them. There's a white one, a red one, a yellow one, a green one, a cyan one, a blue one, and I believe a magenta. So Eggman's used the Chaos Emerald to release the top secret weapon, Black Sonic! This is Shadow's first appearance in any Sonic game. Surprise, surprise, Eggman. That's not Sonic. That's in fact another hedgehog. A cool hedgehog that grants wishes. And he has cool rocket boots. That sounds like somebody's gonna spoil the party. Looks like we gotta take care of it. We got a boss already! B3X Hotshot. The only enemy that's here to stop us from escaping. What you want to do is you want to attack his cockpit using the homing attack, which you do by tapping A in the air. Don't really have time to get into the speed character's control just yet. But something I learned only recently, you can actually hop onto these crates and wait for the hotshot to fly in front of you. And if you time your jump just right, you can nail him in the face. Take that. Bet you didn't see that coming, huh? You and your fancy machine gun and your homing lasers death. You have no idea what you're dealing with, the powers I possess. For I am Shadow the Hedgehog, the Black Hedgehog, the only hedgehog that knows how to handle a weapon. Come on, Shadow. Wait, there we go. Yeah, this guy's just about as easy as bosses get in this game. So that does it for the welcoming party, and we're finally free to leave. That was easy.
That dark robot was spectacular. So, Shadow, you are the military's top secret weapon.
Yes, indeed.
What did you mean when you said you will grant me a wish?
I'm a genie.
Bring more Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow, wait!
Chaos Emeralds.
I'll be waiting for you in the central control room on the Space Colony Ark.
Space Colony? We just released you from suspended animation for God knows how long, and you want to go into space? Okay. Now we're going to jump in and join Knuckles and Rouge. Knuckles is an echidna, a race of creatures that are on this planet to protect the Master Emerald, and Rouge is just some weird treasure-hunting Batgirl that swooped in and said, "Ooh, pretty emerald, me want all for myself, not for anyone else." But as Knuckles explains, the Master Emerald has the power to reverse the energy of the Chaos Emeralds, which is why it's so powerful. But Dr. Eggman, like always, has to spoil the fun, and he's going to try to steal the Master Emerald. Although if he was any sort of genius, he'd try to hightail it out of there so Knuckles couldn't do anything to stop him. So there he goes, and the only way to stop him from stealing the emerald is shattering it into pieces. And that does nothing but piss Rouge off because she has to put it back together if she wants to have her pretty emerald again. Poor girl. But now it's up to Knuckles and Rouge to reassemble the Master Emerald, each for their own different reasons, as Eggman heads back to his secret base. In the next episode, we will join Knuckles and Rouge in their quest to regain all of the Master Emerald shards. See you then!